Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on attacks, the base attack for our reactive turn-based combat game. So here is our reference in the Expedition 33. So when a character performs an attack, what happens is, here let me rewind, see, a character first move to the target and then perform the attack and come back. So that's what we are referencing. And this is what you are going to get at the end of this episode. This is the first step of the attack implementation. So we go into the combat. Now we are on the combat mode and go to the attack. So here we can select our target, and once we have selected the target, press X. My character moves there, perform the attack and jump back. So as you can see, we don't have any of the flashy effects, so any reaction on the target enemy or any actual damage. It's just we are going to implement this flow where the character moves, perform the attack and jump back. So as I said, this is the first step. It's gonna take multiple episodes to implement the whole thing, but this is where we are going to start. And we can change the target character as well. Alright, so let's see how to implement this today. And for this attacks, we are going to use gameplay ability system. So the base attack is implemented through a gameplay ability and triggered when we are in this attack and target selection screen. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. And before we get started, here is the full playlist of this tutorial series. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow those episodes and implement everything by yourself too. And if you want to access project files of this project, you can become a member. Once you become a member, you will be able to access not just this project. I have done over 2000 videos. For each video, project files are available for members in my Patreon page. So I'll leave link to everything in description. And yeah, feel free to check it out. Now let's get started with today's episode. Okay, so this is what we have implemented so far. Here we can enter the combat mode like this, and then we have these options, and here we have this attack mode. So we can select a target, and if I press X, the character should perform an attack, but we haven't implemented that, and that is what we are going to work on today. We are going to implement first attack. So for that, first I'll open my character and add a function here. Perform attack. Perform attack. Let's call it perform base attack, because we have skills, we have other items, and we have range attacks, all those things. So this is the base attack, so I'm going to call it perform base attack. And here I'll add an input. Let's call it target. Oh, it should be from the type of CLM based character. We are only going to attack the characters of this type. We don't have any other types. I'll call it target enum, let's call it, and I'll promote this to a variable. Not like that, like this, yeah, because we would need this later. And then so here I'm gonna use gameplay abilities to implement attacks, but before that we need to call this, and well, calling can be done from the attacks character target selection UI, but before that I need to make sure that I have enabled gameplay ability system to implement attacks with abilities. Let's see, gameplay abilities, I'll enable that, and yeah, I had to restart the game, restart the editor. Okay, game restarted and the plugin is enabled. Now here, turn based combat, BP, I'll add a new folder, abilities, or let's just call it gas, gameplay ability system. And here let's create a gameplay ability blueprint. I'll use this gameplay ability as the parent, GA base attack. Okay, let's open this. Now here on activate ability, so here I would need a reference to this base character, because I'm going to activate this ability on the base character, but before that let's just add a print, and all I want to do is attack in. Let's just print attack in and end ability, right? I leave this for like 10 seconds so we have enough time to read. Make it different color, red. Okay, now here I'll add gameplay, I'll add the ability system component, ability this one, so that we can activate gameplay abilities on this character. So here give and activate the ability once. Now there are multiple ways to activate abilities. We can activate using gameplay tags, class references. So but right now we only have one ability. We just need to perform base attack and we need to just test this. So I'll use this method, but based on the character, based on the character's progress, all those things, this might change what abilities are granted to the player character. So there are many things to that, but just right now I need a way to activate this and see if it's working. Now I'll call this perform base attack from my UI and target select. Here X, if I press X I need to perform base attack. So IA X, I'll use this active, now triggered, started, and I can get this and attack, perform base attack. Now the target enemy, I can get the match, get enemy party, and from this I can get a reference to this target enemy index to the actor in the target enemy index and pass it as the target enemy. We have already worked on these things, so I hope you remember where we implemented this target enemy index, how it is modified as we select different characters. Actually, that's happening here. So we already have those things. Okay. Now let's see if we get the attack print. Here first we should start from somewhere away. We don't need to start right here. So we have time to move to the combat. Okay, attack, and I'll press X. See, attack imprint appeared here. That means the ability is working. Okay, so now let's implement the actual attack. So all I need to do is, when I perform an attack, if my character is over here, it should first move to the target, close enough to the target to perform the attack, and then perform the attack and jump back. That's all I need to do for the basic attack. So to do that here, now let me remove this. So I need to get access to the target enemy as well. So here, get our actor from actor info. Okay, now this way we can get access to the character, to the actor who is executing this gameplay ability, and we can cast this to CLM based character, and I'll promote this to a variable attacker, right? And then from this I can get target enemy. So from the attacker, can I use move? No, I can access root component and then call move component to. So here, as I said, I need to move close enough to the target enemy to perform the attack. So from the target enemy, I can get a unit direction. Oh no, I can get at the location, and also from the attacker as well can get at the location. And then we can get direction from attacker to the enemy. Okay. This now if I do this, if I right, we can calculate the distance from here, from the attacker to target, and let's multiply it by, let's say, 0.8 to make it close enough, and then I'll multiply this unit direction vector with this value and add to this actor location. So this would give me a location in between the enemy and the attacker, 0.2, like 20% away from the enemy, out of the total distance from the attacker and the target. And that's the target location that I need to move my character. And I don't want to change the rotation. So, and also I would need later to move back to the original location. So I'll get actor transform, promote this to a variable. I'll call it original transform, and I'll keep that in a variable. Now here, get the original transform, split, use the rotation. I'll do is out, and maybe 0.4 seconds should be enough. Now this should move my character towards the target, and let's wait there for a couple seconds. I'll simulate that with the delay. And then move back. So to move back, we have to do the same thing. We are not adding any animations yet for attacks. We just need to first get the movements correct. Transform, plate, right. Okay, now let's test. Attack, select the target. See, my character came there and went back. So, but I didn't see because my camera is already here. So I think we should change the camera. How do we do that? Maybe here. Let's just do this. Set camera mode. We can use a different camera later for attacks, but for now, just to get the character visible in the screen, I'll choose maybe scale. Okay, we should give some time to allow the camera to get into the position. So select, mode, and back. Select another character, mode, and back. Okay, so the system is working. Back. All right, so the system is working. Now let's add some animations. So for that, let's go to Aurora character animations. Here we have this ability queue. Okay, maybe this is good for movement part. Yeah, I'll use this animation. Let's browse to this asset. Let's create an montage. I'll call it attack move. move to target montage. Okay, let me open this. This is plain on default slot, but I'm not sure if that is supported in the animation blueprint. By the way, this is the default animation blueprint for the Aurora character that came with the asset. So here we have upper body slot, part group, upper body. I don't see any other montage slots. It's fine. Let's just use upper body slot, even though this is not just upper body. That's not the focus here. Wait, there are two slots. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the one we need to use. And this should work. Yeah. Okay. Now here we need to stop the we need to start movement maybe somewhere like this. Yeah. So here I'll add montage notifier. Just a regular montage notifier. This montage notifier. What should I call it? Part move. Start moving. The name is not important right now. Okay, and I'll play this montage here. Here, I can get the attacker, get mesh, and play the montage. Play montage. And I need to use this move to target montage. And on notify begin, I'll do this actual moment. And I'll play the same montage for the move back as well. That means here. Yeah. Now let's see if these montages are playing. So right now we don't have attack montage, we only have montages for movement parts. Select. Yeah. Okay, cool. We have some animation. And yeah, now we need an animation for the attack. Okay, so I think we already have some montages. Primary attack. Yeah, maybe this one. Let's use that for the attack. So here, yeah, instead of the delay, I'll use this montage again. Oh. Once we move into the place, I'll play the primary attack. And then once it is completed, I'll play the montage for moving back. Let's see if it works. Okay. Select. Okay, did the attack and came back. So yeah, it worked. Right, maybe for the move back part, we can use this animation, this backflip. So let's create a montage from this. Create any montage. I'll use the same name and I'll change the slot to the body. But it doesn't sound right though of calling it upper body because this is applied on full body. We will fix that later. But let's just focus on the ability right now. So I'll add a notifier right over here. To start moving. Start moving. And I'll use that instead of this. Okay, this should be fine, but I'm not sure we will properly see the animation with the current camera. Let's just see. Yep, to the attack. Yeah, it did the flip, but we didn't see the beauty of that because they have rise forward. But if I use some other camera, how about the same camera, so we can look around too if needed, though it's not necessary. Attack, select. Yeah, that's better. Let me change the target and okay, that's better. So yeah, I think we can stop this episode right here. Now actually we need to switch back our camera once we end the ability to the whatever the default camera that we have in the target selection. Which one is that? Yeah, select target. Okay, so before ending the ability, attack set camera mode to target. Now in the actual game, once we perform the attack, we should move to the next character, and also we should see damage to these other characters, and they should also show some reaction to the attacks. We will work on those things in the upcoming episodes. So yeah, let me test once again with the camera change I just did. Attack. Let's do this target. Okay, maybe that's not necessary because we went to the other character right away. I'll not do that for now. Skip that. Alright, anyway, that's enough for today. So, thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.